Hey guys, I'm Tech and thanks for watching the series. In this video we're going to start a new series, a mini-series rather, called Ask Tech, where you guys send me your questions about anything and I try to answer them. And depending on how many questions I get, I can do this once a week or every 2 weeks or something like that. So just to start off, 3 questions that I have here. The first is from Robert. His question is, besides family and friends, how do I market my parties? This is a really good question. The leads of your family and friends, those are essentially free leads. You don't have to pay for those people. They want to support you and they want to see you succeed. So thankfully you can rely on them essentially at no cost. But when it comes to people that you don't know and really expanding your business, at the end of the day this will either cost you time or money or possibly both. You really need to be creative here, and it's tough for me to give you a specific answer on what you should do. With that said, I would say just be creative and be energetic and use your imagination. You could approach a supermarket manager, store manager, or owner and maybe set up a booth near the customer service cash register area and rent out the space and have a sign there and work there every single day. And you would have potentially thousands of people that visit the supermarket that could potentially be your customers, right? You can have this kind of partnership with any type of business that could use additional revenue, could potentially have the space and has the foot traffic. You could reach out to radio stations, media networks. You could buy traditional advertising through newspapers, magazines, postcard mailers, this kind of thing. So you really need to use your imagination. Hope this answers your question. The next is from Linda. How much should I realistically be paying my customers? This is another great question too. I would want to assign a range on this. I would say the range should be anywhere from 45% of the spot to 75% of the spot. And you could access this number using our payment calculator. The reason I recommend a range is because it's always going to fluctuate based on what's happening in your area. If there are a lot of other competitors where you are, you're going to have to be forced to pay a higher percent. But if there's nobody else doing this and the fields are very fertile, so to speak, you could pay a little bit less and you'd be the only competitor in that area, right? So what you should be looking for is one kind of sour or disgruntled customer, as strange as that sounds. You need one person to say, well, someone else offered me more, or someone else offered me, something else. You need that one person to be unhappy, because then you will react to them and find a way to make that person happy with your service. And if everyone is happy all the time, I think you're probably paying too much. So look forward and be grateful for the customer that is unhappy with the amount that you're paying, because they're going to help you become a better business person and they're going to help you manage this business more effectively. So I hope that answers your question. The next is from Tariq. What is the minimum amount of gold that you can send to the refiner? There really shouldn't be a minimum. When I started looking for my refiners, I was sending out packages that had under $50 worth of scrap gold. I didn't want to send any more than that to anyone that I didn't know. And then after I got more experience with a wide variety of the refiners, I sent in more and I got to see how they handled their business and how they treated me. And ultimately we put together our recommended refiners list, which is on our store page. For these guys, I would recommend taking baby steps. Send them something small and trust us, trust our list and our recommendations, but verify and see how they treat you on a small transaction. And really build up the confidence on something smaller before you send them your entire fortune, whatever that may be. So I hope that answers your question. And as far as this weekly or bi-weekly question and answer service goes, just send me your questions, guys. You can send me an email. You can just send it to info@goldpartyllc.com, and in the title you just write in Ask Tech. And depending on how many of your questions I get, I may make this a regular video service. So until then, thanks for watching.